Yeah, Coach, who you got as your number 16 coach in the SEC coming in?
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. I knew it. I knew that was the answer, bro. This is why I love Coach. If you guys haven't noticed, we got a few new items in the pod merchandise. That is the next shirt that goes in. It will be in by morning. I don't give a shit. Welcome back to Hall of Fame College Football. I'm your host, Jason Watkins, and if you love college football, you know you're in the right place. So before you forget, smash that red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame college football.
Are we talking about who the hottest, or are we talking about head coaches over their career? Or who's just the hottest right now?
Who's the best? Who's the best? Whatever metric you want to put on it, if you can make the argument, then we'll let you make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm letting y'all. I'm coming at like who can actually coach, and who's done it for a little while. You know what I'm saying? That's why like I said, that's why I'm with Coop. Like Jeff Lebby, I know nothing against him. He just hasn't coached a game, so I can't say he's better than anybody on the list. I can't say he's worse than. I mean, I can say he's worse because he hasn't coached.
Is he? Go ahead.
So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Nothing against Lebby. I think he's a fine OC.
Hey, after 3 games, Vanderbilt actually had one of the top offenses in the country after 3 games. Now, everybody else had only played 2 games, but but I mean, it was close enough. So
right. But hey, you got them last. Who? I guess, Coach, you got rankings, Coach.
Coach, you with us?
Yeah, I just got back in here. I've been struggling, guys.
Okay.
Oh, he wastes whiskey on the mic.
What? Shawty, will you go with your number 16 right now?
I think I have a different list from you guys, but are we talking about the guy from Mississippi, right?
Yeah, Mississippi State.
Yeah, I got to bring him in last. He hasn't coached the game.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
0 head coaching wins.
He's my number 16 as well.
Yeah, got to bring him in last.
All right. I'm not going with Jeff Lebby because he's a Sooner, so I'm not going to do it. I don't have to. I ain't. Clark Lee, it is. Clark Lee, it is. Yeah, Clark Lee. I don't know that it's any different. I mean, it's a toss-up with these guys. I think that even if Lebby's to win games this year and Clark isn't, like you probably expecting to not, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's any better. You know, I don't know that. I don't know. So we'll find out. You know, we're gonna find out pretty quick, I would imagine. Yeah, Coach, who you got as your number 16 coach in the SEC coming in?
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. I knew it. I knew that was the answer, bro. This is why I love Coach. If you guys haven't noticed, we got a few new items in the pod merchandise. That is the next shirt that goes in. It will be in by morning. I don't give a shit.
All right.
So you got here at since you're a little behind, we're ranking the top. Well, we're ranking them bottom to top.
Yeah.
SEC coaches. Who do you got for 16 and 15?
Oh man, I'm going Sam Pittman at number 16 because I feel like he has. I'm being honest, and I'm telling you that because I think that he has his predecessor sitting in the offensive coordinator position right now. He's clearly on the hot seat more so than Billy
Predecessor
Napier
and replacement.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that he's more so on the hot seat than Billy Napier because I think that if he loses any of the first 3 games, he's out. Period. I think that Billy Napier has a chance to at least make it halfway through the season.
But Jeff Lebby ain't even coached no game though, dog.
Hey,
man, you just throw your old man under the bus.
That's what I already told you, man. He's OU, baby.
at this point, he's undefeated in the SEC. You know what I'm saying?
He's lost less games.
I love it.
Exactly.
Right. One less and lost less. Right. Okay,
So,
I got you.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm putting. I can't rank Billy Napier at number 15, so I'll put Clark Lee because I think he has a worse situation at Vanderbilt.
But what about his coach? He beat Napier though. He
took the job, Coach. He took the job, man.
Exactly. I'm going by what I think the teams are going to be capable of, and whether or not I think that they can coach their way out of a bad situation. I don't think Sam Pittman can coach his way out of a wet paper bag, man.
How did I know that was the next thing that was coming out of your mouth, SEC Moe?
Hey, Jason. Yes, I'm gonna say this one quick thing, and I'm gonna be done with this. SEC Moe, I just know you have come a long way from the first time you and I talked.
We did. I have. I no longer dwell in the midst of fantasy anymore. You know what I mean? I deal in reality these days. And the reality of the situation is that Sam Pittman doesn't even know when to call time out, man. I don't need to have that as a head coach. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying this.
With the guy that is your squad, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not arguing with you.
That's my team. I bleed Razorback red, bro. I bleed Razorback red, man, through and through. But I do know that he is not the answer at head coach at the University of Arkansas now, past, or in the future.
Got it.
And there it is. And it looked so promising when he got there.
It did. But you know what saved him? You know what saved Sam Pittman those first 2 years? Barry Odom. Barry Odom was the acting head coach, and Sam Pittman was the head or the face of the program. I think that Barry Odom's tenure at Missouri and his experience as a head coach, not only as a leader of men, but also as a defensive mind, is what guided Sam Pittman on a daily basis to make the decisions that he made. Without Barry Odom, we are now seeing the result of what it would have been early on in Sam Pittman's tenure without Barry Odom.
Okay. Okay. Now, Shawty, you had Napier at 15. Who did you have at 16 before you go?
16. I had
Levy.
Yeah, I had Levy at 16.
Okay.
But at 15, damn, it's hard not to put down Pittman after that. At 15, I don't even know if I can even argue against it at this point.
That's why I got him.
Shit, I'm gonna go Pittman. Hell,
I'm going Pittman too.
Okay. So we've got Levy and Pittman. Ooh, Lordy.
I think everybody bottom three might be the same. I don't know what order you got them in, but the bottom three.
Yeah.
That top five is going to get.
That top five is
going to put Levy. I forgot.
6, 7, and 8.
Hey, just put them at 16 and slide everybody else up.
All right, Coach I has Levy and then Pittman, and that's the same as
Shawty.
Shawty here. Cool. Gotcha. All right. And I'm gonna go with I mean, how can I argue with Moe? Damn, I'm gonna let Levy lives to fight another day. It is Sam Pittman for me too, man. Damn.
You convinced me. Yeah.
He's still undefeated. Boys. All right. Okay. Who hasn't gone yet? Everybody picked through 15 now. All right,
I got Napier, then Levy, or Levy, then Napier. Yeah.
Levy, then Napier.
Then Pittman.
Then Pittman. All right.
Last.
All right. So who do you got sipping for number 14?
Oh man, it hurts my heart, but you already know it's my boy. Jeff, damn it, Levy.
Jeffrey.
Man. Old Jeffrey. Hasn't coached the game yet, but I think Jeff is actually gonna be all right, man, in the long run, man. He gonna learn not to keep running them damn jet sweeps. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit in the back of the playbook. Don't ever turn to that shit again. You know,
one would hope, brother. One would hope.
It's not just the jet sweeps, Sip. It's the jet sweeps when he runs it. Like,
yeah,
we got a 4th and 6 to win this game. Let's run that jet sweep, and it's like,
sounds like good head coaching material.
First and goal from the 11 with 2 seconds left and no timeouts before the halftime.
It's gonna be interesting to see how he handles it moving forward. Is he gonna call the plays or is he gonna bring somebody in?
I think he's calling them. He's calling them.
That's too much for a first. I think that's too much for a first-year coach.
Yes.
He said he's calling them for sure. So that was immediate. He said that in the opening press conference.
He already making bad decisions.
He got his father-in-law.
He didn't even play the game yet.
Didn't even play the game.
Father-in-law is in the locker room. He is not banned.
You got to have a fall guy anyway. So if it don't go right, you can blame the OC first. Then you take over. You got to have a fall guy. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes.
Yep. There you go.
I'm with it.
Yep. Yeah. I tend to agree with you guys on that one. I tend to.
If not, then they take it away from you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way in the first 2 seasons, if it ain't going how they want it, and they say you got to fire somebody, you got somebody to fire. Because if you ain't got nobody to fire, the trustees be looking at you.
Right.
They just say somebody got to go. We don't care who going. Somebody gonna go.
Yep.
Facts. Definitely. You guys ain't wrong. Okay, so let's go to SEC Moe, number 14.
Yes, sir. I got Billy Napier sitting at number 14, man. I'm ranking him below Clark Lee and Sam Pittman for the simple fact that he's the next on the hot seat, and I think he has the least in the cupboards, man. I think Trevor Etienne. Was it Trevor Etienne? He's gone.
He's gone. He's in Georgia.
I mean, the only thing that he has left, man, on that offense, in my opinion, is that freshman wide receiver. I don't remember his name, but I do know he's number 3, I think. But he went off last year.
Wilson.
Yeah, I mean he's a real deal baller, bro. I think that Napier's only chance is to find a quarterback. If he can find a decent quarterback to distribute the ball and pretty much be serviceable on the offensive side of the ball, I think he'll have a chance. But we don't know. We don't know what his defense is going to look like either.
He did get Lagway, but honestly, their quarterback wasn't their problem last year.
Right.
No, I don't think.
What do you think their biggest problem was? Defense?
I think it was his play calling. I think play calling had a lot to do with the shit.
Yeah. I mean, he made Jeff Levy look like a freaking genius when it came to play calling. Yeah, at that point, it doesn't even matter if you have the athletes, man. If your play calling is trash, then the outcome is going to be trash.
That's fair. That's a fair statement.
It's true.
Hey, Will Howard's going to be available after the spring game.
Right.
But yeah, I got Billy Napier sitting at number 14, man. Are we going into number 13 or are we just sitting at number 14 right now?
Stay at 14 there. So we got Coach I coming up.
Napier.
Okay.
Napier, man. He's just slightly above Pittman for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So y'all already said it.
Yeah, and let's see if we can get Coach.
I don't think he's gonna last too much longer in Gainesville.
Yeah, I don't know that he is either. I'm gonna go with you guys as well. I've got Napier. Hey, Jeff Levy lives to fight yet another day. Billy Napier, OG5 Billy, in the number 14 spot for me. Coach, do you have an opinion on this one? I don't give a shit. All right, here we go. HOFmedia.us/pod-merch for your I don't give a shit shirt starting tomorrow. Make sure to get in there, check that out. If you guys don't already haven't already hit that like button, please do. Let's get in here and take a look. Let's see. Napier, Pittman, Beamer, take your pick. Ooh, I like it. Sippin Sooner. Who's next?
13, I got old Sam Pittman, man.
Okay.
You know, for all other reasons that they already stated. You know, it's just time for Sam to go. I mean, but I tell you what, I can't figure out what type of coach Arkansas needs to turn that shit around yet, though.
I think he's already there, isn't he?
Man, I wish I could intervene just to break that down a little bit, man. But I ain't even gonna hold the show up.
No, go ahead. Please do. Hey, man, a little banter doesn't hurt nothing. Let us know.
Man,
Tell us why we should care.
I'm honestly surprised. I'm honestly surprised that he has Sam Pittman so high.
Right.
I haven't seen a high coaching acumen or IQ since he's been there, to be honest. But I've tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I will say that the type of coach that Arkansas needs is offensive minded. They have to be offensive minded, bro. Arkansas is traditionally going to have hog mollies on the defensive line. We're going to have middle of the road DBs. We're going to have middle of the road defensive linebackers. All of that stuff on the defensive side of the ball. If you can halfway coach defense, you can maintain a job or a successful team at Arkansas. But the biggest issue that Arkansas has had since Bobby Petrino left was the fact that we have not had an offensive-minded football coach since that point in time. Mm-hmm. The best success that Arkansas has had is when we've had a spread offense, spreading the ball out, spreading the field out with 2-3 wide receivers, maybe even 4 wide receivers, a cannon of an arm quarterback, and a decent running back. I mean, even when we had Darren McFadden and all those other running backs, Felix Jones and all those boys, we had a decent quarterback. Casey Dick was decent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he did come in from USC, for God's sake. But, I mean, for Arkansas to find success in the SEC, they have to get out of that we're going to run the ball down your throat mentality, because we can't do that successfully.
Coop, number 13 for Coop.
I believe that this is where I had Beamer, because I'll go with Moe's methodology. Is I think he's the next one after Pittman, Napier. I mean, all these fools outside of Jeff Lebby and Lee, both of these cats. I mean, Lee, it's Vanderbilt, so you know all you got to do is just not lose 77-0. Hashtag Oklahoma.
Right.
But you know, Beamer looked like he had something pointed up, and then I don't know what's going on.
It was a hot dog.
It
was a hot dog and some mayonnaise, bro.
I don't know. It's but you know, that's tough, because I mean, when you're losing players every single year out the portal and you're not bringing much back in the other way, you know, God bless him. You know, I miss him here at Oklahoma, but I don't know if he's going to be there much longer.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Coach I.
I'm with him. Beamer, man. Beamer coming in right above Napier, because he's beaten Napier with less talent. So a couple of times, that is. And he beat Tennessee when they was super hot. He can motivate, you know, but he's an unrealistic guy. The problem is, I think, for Beamer is he is coaching as if he is a, you know, Kirby already. Like, instead of trying to coach as if he's, you know, up and coming, and that's the problem. So I'm like Coop. I don't think he's going to be there much longer.
Okay. SEC Moe.
I got Shane Beamer sitting at 13 as well, man. I think that his Achilles heel last year was his offensive line. I mean, he had Spencer Rattler. I mean, he did what he had to do sitting behind such a horrible offensive line, which pretty much won the games that they won, in my opinion.
Ooh. You said it right now.
Woo. No, you know, there wasn't definitely no mixing words there for Shawty. Appreciate that. I'm gonna have
agree
to
with all of it.
Look, Jeff Lebby made it through the first tier for me, because I agree. I think that Shane Beamer is a joke as a head coach. I don't know that Jeff Lebby's going to be any better, but he can't be worse. So if the fact that, in fact, I'm almost with Coach I on this one, that honestly, it ought to be Napier below him. So I'm going to switch those two guys around. I'm going to go Napier at 13. I'm going to put Beamer at 14. Here we go. Let's see. Dang it, I'm trying to duplicate this page so I can pull that up.
Hey,
Here we go.
I'll start it off with whatever number's next. I'm going with Hugh Freeze. I think that in this area, probably the next 3 to 5 coaches, it could go one way or the other. And I think Hugh Freeze has shown some coaching capability. He's at a program right now that I can say without a shadow of a doubt is damn near willing to do anything to win. And they made their mistake and they try to outsmart the game. And this is I like Hugh Freeze. I like him a lot. I mean, hopefully the guy just stays healthy and doesn't have a heart attack.
Sippin Sooner.
What number we on?
We're 12. On. This would be
12.
12. Sorry. Yep.
I got Sunbelt Billy Napier. I mean,
that's the most momentum Billy Napier's had in 3 years. Is your list?
Man, Billy, man, going through it over there, man.
Struggling, bro.
It's rough, man. It's rough, man. I mean, you remember when it was him and Brent and Mario Cristobal? That was the comparisons a few years ago. They shitted on Brent right out the gate, didn't they? Yeah, everybody automatically crowned old Sunbelt Billy the king, and man, he been getting his ass whooped ever since.
Facts. You're not wrong. Coach I?
Clark Lee at Vanderbilt, baby. Clark Lee doesn't have a quarter of what any of these guys on this list has to work with. And again, he's beat Napier. He beat Beamer. You know what I'm saying? And hey, Moe has laid out so eloquently why Pittman should be under him. And Jeff Levy hasn't coached the game. So Clark Lee coming in right there at number 12 for me.
Okay. That's awesome. All right. And then it goes to SEC Moe.
Man, I got Jeff Levy sitting at number 12, man. Just because he's the new guy on the block. I mean, he's middle of the road. I think that based on his coaching lineage, which is from the I think it's the not Broyles, but
Bryles.
Yeah, the Bryles coaching tree. I think that style of play fits well in Mississippi State. I mean, look back at what Dan Mullen did with Dak Prescott when he was there. I think that if you have a mobile, bruising quarterback, I think that you can distribute the ball in an RPO situation in Mississippi State. The Cowbells will always help, and he's undefeated in the SEC right now, so I got him sitting at number 12.
Okay, I agree. When you lose to New Mexico State in year 1 at home, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Okay. So next up to be Coop.
We doing number 11?
Number 11.
I got Stoops here. I think that again, like I said, I think the next couple of guys, you've got an arrow that can go one way or the other. Stoops currently, just right there in the middle. He hasn't done anything to, really tank it out for any consistency, but he hasn't really, knocked off any of the big dogs yet. So, I like what he has. It seems I did not like the quarterback coming in here this year because I felt like that was a little bit off the beaten path. I mean, to be honest, I think that, that would be a great spot for a guy like Will Howard is to run that power quarterback run pass RPO. So, but Mark Stoops, I got some defensive savvy about him. So,
okay. Yeah, listen, that's I don't really mind that where he's at right there. I mean, the guy has won 10 games a couple of times there at Kentucky. I don't know the last guy that's done that. So, I mean, I get it.
They didn't have face masks when they did.
Yeah, the leather helmet era. So it is what it is. Okay, Coach. Well, let's. It moved around, so let's go to SEC Moe and then Coach I.
All right.
We are at number 11, right?
11. Yes, sir.
I got Josh Heupel sitting at number 11, man. I think that he has done a very good job of maintaining his offensive prowess. Last year was a pretty disappointing season based on what he did the year before. But I got him sitting at number 11. I don't know what he's going to do this year. I think that they got a nice quarterback coming in. But I got Heupel sitting at number 11 right now.
Wow. The dude won 9 games in year 3. He moves way down. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna echo that sentiment. Heupel is number 11 for me as well, as the offensive prowess is there. When he plays teams, I guess lower talent, I would say. He did beat Alabama at home that year, so I'll give him credit for that. But his defenses have been atrocious the whole time he's been there, and I'm starting to wonder about his picks at quarterback. So we'll see. But Heupel is number 11 for me.
Okay. All right. So that brings us to Shawty. What you got?
Heupel is number 11 for me. He's getting worse.
That's exactly why he's sitting at number 11.
Simply put.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna argue with you guys on this one, but I'll wait until my turn. Go ahead. Let's see. So it is. No, it is my turn. Yeah, I'm gonna argue.
Just tell me when I tell a lie. He getting worse from when he first came in.
Hold on. He should. The one thing that I can agree with you on the fact that you shouldn't lose that game to Florida, except that they never win in the swamp. It don't matter who the hell it is. They don't win there. Aside from that, the guy went 9-4. They did lose to Mizzou. That's probably another knock on them. But they didn't really have a quarterback. They were able to remake the offense into a running offense, and they did play defense. That was the only reason they stayed in any games this season. Right? It was
they had a lot of turnovers, though. They didn't have good defense, though. That's not the same thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm just saying. They improved from 2022 because they was like number 90 in 2022 in total defense. So they moved from 90 to like 65. I mean,
but total defense isn't necessarily the best.
True. I'm just talking about stopping people though. That has a pulse on offense. The people that they were able to stop on offense didn't actually have an offense.
Hey, coach, I thought we were supposed to count the W's and L's.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm just talking
about. So is he getting better?
I mean, if that's the case, Shane Beamer should be a little bit higher because he went 8-5 2 years in his first 2 years. That's why I don't look. I mean, yeah, you can look at 8. I mean, it's not just wins and losses.
Okay.
I don't judge Kirby the same way I judge, the rest of these. Like a lot.
He went 9-4 this past year, but I also think that he did take over Tennessee. It's not like he took over Georgia.
Right.
Right. I'm not putting him there. I'm not putting him here. I would probably go with I'm gonna go with Hugh Freeze right here. Actually no, hold on. It's yeah, I'm gonna go with Freeze. Hugh Freeze it is. Here we go. I mean, you lost to New Mexico State at home, bro. You lost to New Mexico State at home. Need I say more?
Talking about Hugh Freeze?
Yeah. You lost to New Mexico State at home.
I mean, he had a dilemma. He had a dilemma at QB, man.
You had him at 12, bro. What are we talking about?
Ordeal at QB.
Hey, you right. He lost. He did lose that one at home. I got him higher, but he did lose that one higher. At home.
Okay. So that's everybody here, right? That's everybody here on number 11. Number 10, Sippin Sooner.
Man, might as well just get this out the way right now. Number 10 is Brent Venables.
Ooh.
See, man, Sippin, I knew it was something.
And you already know, man, I'm down with Brent all day, every day. But, man, I mean, it is what it is. He struggles some with some of the game time management, the clock management. But other than that, man, I mean, I would say he gonna be in the top, you already know, 5, 6 within the next 2 years.
Like you say, only going based off of what we've seen so far, not projections or whatever. I'm right there with Sippin. I got Brent Venables right here. So
you gained another subscriber tonight, man.
Some, I definitely loved him as a DC at Clemson. I'm glad he gone though, because that way when we play Clemson, he ain't got to worry about it. But he's made some questionable decisions, according to even you guys' own podcasts throughout the season. And I think I think he has the possibility to get better, but currently, and he's only had 2 years, so that kind of goes against him too. I mean, he took over a pretty decently bad situation, but I think this is right where he should be currently.
You got him at 10 also?
Yeah,
I do too.
And actually, let me just say this: Heupel, and my next guy kind of like.
Interchangeable.
9A, 9B, and 9C.
Yep.
Like what I'm saying, they all tied at 9, really. So really, I could flip them any kind of way because they all got some positive, but they got some negatives working against them currently.
Yeah.
So
His tenure is the only thing that hurts him. You can't give him credit for something he ain't did. If he ain't got it, he ain't got it.
He's rebuilt this program from, completely dumpster fire.
We just talking about what he done did though. He ain't been there for 2 years at the end of the day.
Quarterbacks, one goes to wins the Heisman. His first year out of there, they already sucked on defense. They flipped this thing around and win 10 games a year after going 6 and 7.
True.
Man, an OU fan would say he built it from a dumpster fire. What?
It was a dumpster fire. What they left, they flipped 95% of the roster. 95%.
Nobody on this screen right now knows dumpster fire like I know dumpster fire.
They argue with that, Jason.
Well, I'm not saying it's an Arkansas dumpster fire, but it's an Oklahoma dumpster fire.
But Jason, to put that in terms to what Mo says is you guys are a different program. So saying Oklahoma is a dumpster fire is saying 8 and 4. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
or 6 and 7.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but he still had players, even though he took Caleb, old boy took Caleb, he took some other people. You guys have recruited at a good rate, not like some of these other programs. So,
right.
Not saying he should have
It's fair. He's a top 10 coach in his second year, man. It's fair. You're not hating on the guy. He just doesn't have he just don't have the resume yet.
Yeah.
2 years. Come on, you can't. He top 10 already. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
The OU brand alone is gonna recruit top talent. The only thing you have to do is maintain it and bring in and develop other guys around them. But at the skill position, y'all are always gonna have receivers. Y'all are always gonna have a QB, point blank, period. Hell, it didn't matter if Sam Pittman was there. The OU brand is still gonna be able to recruit that type of talent.
Don't you put that on us.
That's absolutely not a fact. If that was a fact, then why the hell didn't Lincoln Riley do it?
Because he had his mind on USC.
Oh,
no, he had his mind away from
why didn't
SEC.
Lincoln Riley do what though?
Recruit defense at all,
or
play defense at all. I mean, shit. We just talked about this stuff.
That's his philosophy.
Where was Lincoln Riley best? Where was Lincoln Riley best year there?
4 years he made it to the playoffs.
What was his best year record-wise?
3 years to the playoffs. The other one was
3. Okay,
but it was in. Look, guys, let's not get it twisted and say that the Big 12 was all that because we know it wasn't.
Thanks.
As it got better, Oklahoma got worse.
Man is a top 10 coach, and we just talking about his second year. Like Sippin Sooner said, clearly in the next 3-4 years he'll have a chance to prove it. Right now he just 10 because, in a sense, he hasn't had a chance to prove it.
Right, because because he's only had 2 years, he only has one signature win, and that's Texas. Like he hasn't had a chance to. Like other than that, he hasn't beaten anybody.
Okay,
and that's because
he beat Texas, who was in the playoff, and out.
That's what I just said. That Jason, I said he has one signature win. One.
Okay.
I said he beat Texas.
No,
But
and
that's what I'm saying. He hasn't had time to build.
He definitely has plenty of proof.
Because he beat Texas, but he also lost to Kansas and Oklahoma State, who were inferior teams. You would agree with that, inferior teams, right?
Those are facts.
Yes. So I'm saying that he has chance to, like, I'm with Sippin, like in a couple of years, we may not be having the same conversation, but right now he hasn't had a chance to do what we think, he might do. Like, I'm basing mine off
to be in the top 5 for anybody. That's not what I'm saying. He's not in my top 5 either, and he does still have plenty to prove. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you guys is he. There's a reason why he's doing things the way he's doing it, and he's recruited better. His recruiting alone tells you that he's up there. That he's on his way in the right direction. We're in good shape with that. I really believe that. So it is what it is. Okay.
I got Mike Elko at number 10, fellas.
I can see that.
I mean, I'm not. There's no slight to his coaching. I mean, it's no slight. But I mean, Texas A&M did lose a lot of talent, but they also retained a lot of talent. He's bringing in a decent coaching staff to surround him. Plus, they have a truck full of money, man. I mean, they're pretty much the richest team in the nation, in my opinion, man. I mean, they just have a blank check syndrome at Texas A&M. So I think that he has the most upside, especially with the amount of money that they're throwing at him. But he also has the biggest downfall as well. So I got Mike Elko sitting at number 10.
Okay. Coach or Shawty? Number 10.
Just for 10?
Yes, sir.
So I had to apologize. I didn't have Elko on my list, and I'll be honest with you, it really wouldn't matter because I don't really know much about him. So, but I just didn't want to disrespect my Elko. So at 10, I'm gonna have Drink at 10.
Drink at 10. You had Venables at 11, and you've got Drink at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Coach I?
At 10? Well, you already got me for 10. Venables.
Oh, yeah, because you were already saying,
Yeah,
okay,
I was agreeing with Sippin. Yeah, I was agreeing with Sippin.
Wait, so
that's
then
why I was
11,
confused. That's why I was confused.
had,
That's why I thought I was at 9.
At 11, I had
agree
Hypo.
too.
At 11,
so,
I had Hypo.
that's the same as okay, so you go, Drink's going to go to 9 then for Shawty. Venables is at 10. Hypo's at 11.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So I got to go to number 10.
You got to do your 10, and then we can
Correct.
all give 9. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Drink there. Drink for me. I'm not buying Drink, and he can't keep his defensive staff together. I think that it's going to be. They don't have a great schedule this year either, but I don't buy him. When Mizzou actually does something special, it'll be the first time. So anyway, okay. Going to number 9. Sippin Sooner.
Number 9, Steve Sarkisian.
Woo.
I mean, right in front of Brent, right? He's only 1 year ahead.
Okay.
And I imagine, if they would have been even, Brent probably would have had a few more 10-win seasons than him already.
He already has the same amount.
Yeah, no winning ass. So anyway, yeah. Man, like I said, it's kind of like the A&M situation. I mean, these guys, they out here, they can go out here and pay for whatever player they want to pay for. Man, at the end of the day, they go out there on the field and get their ass beat every time. Mm-hmm. Then they go down here and whoop up on Alabama before Alabama was ready. And then you knew they was going to cash in on that shit all damn year. We had to hear that fuck shit. We rolled down there to the Cotton Bowl, stuffed their ass out, didn't we? Yeah. But they more ready for the SEC than we are, though. Even though they can't beat us. Sorry asses.
That's how you really feel, dog.
There we go. Tell us how you really feel. Hey, where's Coop at? Where did Coop run along?
I think
He split. Looks like he's doing something. Okay. Well, then that goes to you, Coach I.
I got Mike Elko right here. I think this is what I was saying. 9, 10, 11 could all be interchangeable for me. Elko, Heupel, and Venables. Elko, I put Elko ahead of them just because he did it. He's doing things that he did things at Duke. If he hadn't lost Riley Leonard this year, I truly believe he would have had another 9-win, maybe even a 10-win season. So I think he's. I mean, you said it. Texas. I think Mo said it, or somebody said they got the most money. Texas A&M, and I think Elko is the guy.
That's a fact.
I think Elko's gonna do loads better than the last 3 or 4 coaches at A&M. So
I do too.
Okay.
Just because of his mentality, his approach to the game, in my opinion, man.
I think he's a better coach. I don't think that they have. I don't know that it's ever going to really be a ton different at Texas A&M. I mean, their win percentage is the same since 1935. Yeah, so it kind of is what it is. But
I got Elko right there.
SEC Moe, number 9.
At number 9, I have Mark Stoops, man. And literally that is in the middle of the pack, bro. And that's exactly what he's been doing as a coach. He's been in the middle of the pack since he's been in the SEC. He hasn't been too high. He hasn't been too low. He's always been at 75 on average. He's always done he's done a lot with the amount of talent that they get in Kentucky, man. Then he's competing with the basketball program for clicks and TV time, bro, and money. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Stoops is the only constant in the SEC for the past decade, other than Nick Saban, and I think that he'll be there for as long as they'll have him, and as long as he'll keep taking a check.
He almost screwed up and took the A&M job and screwed up.
He did. Yeah, he did. You know, but he did the right thing.
Apparently, they met him on the tarmac and told him never mind. So and then went with the guy with the same record in the ACC. So from what I can tell. All right. Sippin Sooner, number 8.
Number 8, Josh Heupel for me.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's been coaching now for a little bit longer than a lot of these guys we discuss in here. You know, even going back to his raggedy time at UCF, you know, so I'll give him even that. So we'll see what he do this season coming up. He finally got his 5-star in there because we knew last year was going to be all bad before they even kicked that shit off. I don't know anybody that really thought they was going to come back and do something last year. We knew what time it was. Toot it up. So, you know, hey, I give him a little credit, man. We'll see what he do this year, though.
Okay. All right. Next up, Coach I, number 8.
Sark. You know, right above. He did make it to the playoffs. He went it. I know Bama was, like Sippin said, they was trying to get it together. At the end of the day, still went to Tuscaloosa and won, which is not easy to do. But you know, the rest of his years have been kind of, you know, in the middle of the road. So that's where I got him, in the middle of the road.
Okay. Sounds good. SEC Moe.
At number 8, I have Brent Venables, fellas. I have him sitting higher than Mark Stoops for the simple fact that he has a historically significant program. I mean, OU is the cream of the crop in the Big 12. And I think that him coming into the SEC as a defensive-minded coach is going to give him a little bit of a head start against Elko and a lot of these other coaches, man, because he has a machine behind him. I think that OU is going to be okay, but I got Brent Venables sitting at number 8 coming into the SEC, leaving the Big 12 and coming into the SEC.
Okay. Shawty? Stoops. Okay. Yeah, I got like I said, I got Stoops at number 8 as well. I think him and Elko are pretty much the same. But the fact of what he did coming in, and I think he's got an opportunity to probably win some more games. I don't know that he will, but I think he's got a chance to anyway. All right. Who else? Anybody else that didn't pick here other than we don't have Coops just yet, but okay. Sippin Sooner, number 7.
Oh man, as much as we've been feuding with these guys, man, I got Drink and Missouri sitting right there. We already know that his ass was almost out of there last year. I don't know how he survived coming up with this. Oh man, most of us even after we knew, we still didn't believe it. Like for real, this fool is finna survive.
Yeah.
Man, I just knew that was his ass.
Yeah, man, go figure. Go figure. Luther Burden helped him out a lot.
Yeah.
Luther Burden helped him out a lot.
No doubt.
And that defense was decent, but they lost that defensive coordinator and most of that staff. So
they've been decent for a couple of years now.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, who we got? Okay, now so next up would be I can go next. Stoops, I had it at number 8, number 7. I'll go with Venables here. I don't have him as a top 5 guy, so I'm gonna, hey, he's recruited in the top 10 his first 3 years at Oklahoma. I know that you can say that that's a bump because he went to Oklahoma, but we know what he did as a defensive coordinator. The way that he's building this program, as far as his coaches are concerned, he's got 4 top 100 D linemen. In 2 years he's done that. They hadn't done that in 15 years. So we know what they're doing coming in here. I believe that that's where they're headed. I'm not worried about where Oklahoma's at. But number 7, he's still got to prove it. Let's see what happens. Coach I?
Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze, he's shown before when he has players, regardless of how he got them, that he can definitely beat, even the GOAT himself, Saban.
Whatever do you mean?
He won plenty at Liberty, and I feel like he's back at Auburn. He did have a nasty loss this year to New Mexico State, but I think Hugh Freeze, X's and O's wise, is one of the best on the list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
SEC Moe.
At number 7, bro, I got Hugh Freeze. I think Coach, I've been looking at my list, man. But no, I think that Hugh Freeze, man, is an elite football coach, hands down. Just like Coach I said, man, X's and O's wise, man, he can coach with the best of them, bro. I mean, to me, he's done a lot with the least amount of talent, bro, around it. Like, look at what he's done at Liberty. Look at what he's done at Auburn in such a short period of time, man, with the debacle he had at the quarterback position. A second year, I've been saying this, I've been echoing this sentiment from low to high, man, from the valley to the mountaintops. Year 2 Hugh Freeze is going to be scary in the SEC, bro. When he has when he has the talent around him, he's going to be scary in the SEC.
I tend to agree with what you're saying. But again, I think that, and he recruited, he got a top 10 class, man. He did. He flipped it around, got a top 10 class. He's been hitting the portal. If they're going to be good, you're going to find out quick, But I tend to agree that he better hurry up and beat Alabama.
I had to stop and laugh at that comment from James Thrice, bro. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Hey, man. We talk about Hugh Freeze and his off the field antics.
Yeah, that's James is always good for one of those comments, man. He's always good for one of those. Yeah, the Jordan Hare Freeze gets Bama last year, puts them out of the SEC title game. You're not wrong. That just goes to show you how. But I mean, who the hell? How do you not change that defensive call when you've been getting after their asses the whole game? All of a sudden, you're gonna rush 2.
But y'all seen that Auburn team last year too, man. The fact that when Georgia and Bama both went there, that he was in the game with them.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Gus Malzahn didn't do that when he was there.
No. Just wait until he gets some talent, man.
Not at least when it came to Georgia.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. All right. Shawty.
Man, I think I had 2 coaches that were not on my list. So just to kind of keep things, I guess, to kind of keep pace, I'm going to put the guy from Texas A&M. Texas A&M here.
Elko.
Yeah.
Elko. Alrighty. Okay. And then so now we are to number
Sippin, you gave us 7?
Sippin.
Yeah.
You gave a drink.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Number 6, though. Number 6. Here we go. Sippin. Number 6.
Okay. I'm going Kalen DeBoer.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know that he's won everywhere he's been up to this point, and I don't see it changing. But I mean, we just based it off of coaching ability. I mean, I don't know, man. Kalen DeBoer, he's a good coach, man, but we'll see what it do. He ain't got to do much down there, man, except for not fuck it up. But other than that, he good.
Okay. All right. Going to me, you know what? I'm switching my last pick. I'm not putting Sark in front of Venables, man. Not when he beat him in his second season, a year behind in the deal. So I'll flip-flop those guys. Sark was at number 7 for me. Venables comes in at number 6. It's just against my better judgment to go Sark ahead of him when he won 10 games once. So there we go. Next up, Coach I.
I got Lane Kiffin right here. Lane Kiffin, I think he's a great play caller. He has yet to field a good team on the road, and that's what's keeping him out of my top tier of coaches. He's kind of like the James Franklin of the SEC. He wins all the games he's supposed to, but he can't pull off any of the other ones against the other elite teams. So that's where I got Kiffin.
Got it.
Number 6. Number 6, I got Steve Sarkisian, man. Him and those Texas Longhorns. I think that Sarkisian has done a really good job over the past year, especially this year, man. Especially with all of the noise that he had surrounding the quarterback position, with people calling for Arch Manning to start, and then you got Quinn Ewers. I think that he's also built an SEC team. He knew he was coming into the SEC. That defensive line is pretty much – they're atrocious, man. They're sick. He's got a decent offensive line as well, man, and he has the skill players. And the biggest and most important position on the field is the quarterback position, and he has a quarterback locked in for at least the next 3 years. So, maybe. I think Arch Manning is going to be a problem. I do.
He played at a 2A school in Louisiana, bro, and didn't win shit while he was there.
But look at the resources he has around him, and look at the mentors he's got around him. You know what I'm saying? Even if Texas couldn't pay him anything, his uncles and are going to take care of him. Point blank. Period, man. I mean, when you
I don't think he's been through the fire a whole lot. He didn't go to any kind of camps the whole time he was in high school. He hasn't
had to. He hasn't had to. Just like the OU brand carries weight, the Peyton name carries weight.
I'll give you that. We can, I'm gonna have to disagree a little bit, but I agree with what the premise of what you're saying, at least.
Yeah, just the premise, man. Just the principle of it. Yeah.
I'll give you that. Okay. All right. So that's number 6 for you. Then Shawty Park, last one at number 6.
I'm kind of I still don't miss. I don't miss somebody. I'm up to 5. I'm up to 5, but I'm gonna put who I have left, which would be Kiffin.
Who? Kalen DeBoer? Kiffin.
Okay. Lane Kiffin. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Sippin Sooner, number 5.
Number 5, I got Hugh Freeze, man, for, the same reasons that was mentioned earlier, man. When it comes down to X's and O's, he done proved he can get it done at every level, man. Now, like you say, he gonna cheat his ass off and be dirty than a mug. But come on, man, he gonna get it done one way or the other. Now, we gonna catch his ass slipping early next year. So I ain't worried about his ass, because we already know when they return that trip back to normal, we gonna get in that ass. But we're going to have to sneak in there this upcoming season and get that win before the next season, when you're going to get to really see Hugh Freeze effect really take in that 3rd year. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go with at number 5, Kalen DeBoer. I think that he may be one of the better coaches in the conference period, but I mean his 104-12 record as a head coach. I don't care where you're coaching, that's a hell of a record. The fact that in year 2 he goes to the national title game. The problem is that their defense it kind of left town. And we're going to have to wait and see kind of what happens with this offense. Even I don't even know who's going to be their quarterback. I don't see Jalen Milroe being that guy for this system. And it doesn't. I mean, they haven't picked up anybody yet, so I'm tending to wonder what's going on here with that. That being said, I do think he's a hell of a coach. I'll put him in the top 5 for sure, but he doesn't crack the top 4 yet for me. I'll put him at the top of tier 2. However, Coach I.
You said Kalen DeBoer?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I got Mark Stoops here. I feel like Mark Stoops, X's and O's, is another one of those coaches. I feel like he doesn't have the same deck that everybody else is playing with. It's Kentucky. You can't recruit to Kentucky like that. But he's also with that, less than stellar deck has put together at least 2 10-win seasons, maybe 3, but I know at least 2. That hasn't been done since Bear Bryant, like I said, when they was probably wearing leather helmets, no face masks. And then he's a consistent 7, 8, 9 win coach. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I got Stoops right there.
Okay. Mo.
Man, I got Brian Kelly sitting at number 5, bro. I think that Brian Kelly is a good X's and O's coach. I think that he did well while he was at Notre Dame. But I also think that he did exceptionally well at LSU, coming into a completely different region and connecting with his players and his teams, man. The saving grace for Brian Kelly, man, was Jaden Daniels. What is a post Jaden Daniels LSU team gonna look like in the SEC?
Gotta give him credit for getting him out of Arizona, though.
Because he wasn't that guy in Arizona. I can tell you, he was good.
You gotta give him credit for that now.
And that's my point as far as him coming to a different region and connecting with his players. Coming from Notre Dame, man, that's a Midwest guy, man. You can talk that talk, but you coming to South Louisiana, man, that's a completely different animal. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he did well with the talent that he's had, but of course, LSU is a national brand, so he'll be fine.
All right, Sippin. Who you got at number 4?
Number 4 is Mark Stoops for all the same reasons, man. I mean, like you say, the X's and O's, and you know what you're going to get from him every year.
Yep.
As long as he got that baseline talent that he needs, you know what you're going to get from him.
All right, I'm gonna go with, let's see, who am I missing now? Let's see, that gets me to, I'm gonna go with Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin right here at number 4. I think that he's proven. I mean, look, to win 10 games, and I mean, we've talked about this a lot. They've definitely not won the big games against Georgia and Alabama. What I would say is, do you ever expect him to win against Georgia and Alabama the last few years? I tend to not. You know what I mean? On the road, or at home.
That's what they get on their bus and plane for.
That's what they get on the bus and play for. Listen, I get it, but also what I tell you is they don't have the same. It's kind of the same thing we were talking about a little bit earlier. Is that the difference in Arkansas and Oklahoma is kind of the difference in Ole Miss and UGA. So I'm gonna have to. I've got him at number 4. I'll go with that there, Coach I
got Drink here. I'm high on Drink than a lot. Yep. Drink's first year at App State, he went 12-1. It was his only year there. And then since he's been at Missouri, he's only improved. He went 5-5 in the pandemic. He went 6-6 the next year and 6-6. And then he went 10-11, 10-2. And then, won the bowl game. So I think his recruiting's get better. I think some of these coaches are being helped out because they're starting to get some of that Luther Burton type talent with the transfer portal and NIL, and I think that's some of that is all he was missing, because before, when he took over in 2020, NIL wasn't a thing, so it was just whatever Missouri was getting. We all know there's no talent in Missouri, so other than like two guys each year. So I think he does good with what he has. He's a weird dude, but I think he can coach.
Yeah. He's definitely a weird dude. He's definitely a weird dude. Okay. Okay. SEC Moe.
Yes, sir. I have same thing. I got Drink at number 4, man. Eli Drink was sitting at number 4, bro. I think that this is the epitome of doing more with less. Man, that man took a bowling ball walk-on running back and made him an All-American in 1 year. I think that the talent pool in Missouri is pretty much trash, hot trash. You know what I'm saying? But he's been able to put together a team to play for him, bro.
Yeah,
I think that
winning the state, at least you got to win your state right before you can win anything
exactly.
else.
Exactly, and he's done that, man. And I mean, it seems like they're on a recruiting tear, and it looks like he's putting together a solid program in Missouri, man. And I got to put him at number 4.
I got to give him props for putting up billboards inside of Arkansas and shit, talking about how they're kicking y'all's ass at recruiting.
I didn't want to bring that up, man, but he's from Arkansas, believe it or not. So he has a personal vendetta against Arkansas.
Weird dude, bro.
The fact that he was bold enough to put billboards up in Arkansas and Pine Bluff, man, that's Sam Pittman's fault. I blame Sam Pittman for that, because I guarantee you, Bobby Petrino wouldn't. I'm telling you, you cannot win in this league being a nice guy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You can't win in this league being a nice guy, bro.
Okay, so that goes to Shawty. What you got?
My number 4 is gonna be the guy y'all love to hate, Sarkisian.
Sark.
That's a good pick.
I tell you one thing about, no matter what you want to say, at the end of the day, everybody in the front of him done been, further than him. Ain't nobody else in front of him done been further. Count the check.
Right.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Now we're down to number 3, the Sippin Sooner.
My number 3, I had Lane Train, man, at number 3 in front of Steve-O. But yeah, man, we know Lane, he's gonna always have that offense humming, man. It's like you said, just a matter of, is he ever gonna be able to get the defensive side to just help out a little bit. I think when they did have their success a few years back, they had a halfway decent defense back then, but it seemed like the last couple of years, they done kind of regressed on that side of the ball, so, I mean, it is what it is. He ain't beating Alabama. He ain't beating Georgia. He's going to always have to fight with LSU and OU and Texas right now to see what he can do against those teams, man. But, yeah, he's right there, though. X's and O's offensively, I mean, a lot of people give Sarkisian a lot of props. I think Lane's a better offensive coordinator than him myself. But, probably the man, that offensive coordinator, at least to my boy Jeffrey, show him what time it
is. Jeffrey.
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. I am going with, make sure where I'm at here. Yeah. Josh Heupel at number 3 for me. Hey, the guy won 10 games, won 9 games. Another top 25 season. Look, you remember how bad Tennessee was, don't you?
Yeah.
They're better.
And I see they headed that way.
Had they moment.
Because they're getting worse every year, Jace. That's what I'm saying. They're getting worse every year.
Their defense was better this past year. They had to win a different way. They lost.
I'm talking about the wins and losses. You're talking about one side of the ball. I'm talking about what matters. The wins and losses.
They went and bought some more players, so we'll see.
I'm just talking about we can only base off what we've seen. That's what I thought we based off of. They getting worse every year.
They're not getting worse. They went from like 7 wins to 11.
We'll see what Nico can do though,
Then
man.
what?
He might do something, a little bit of something anyway.
What happened after 11 wins?
That's a bold
And
pick,
here's the other
bro.
thing,
That's a
there's
bold
not
pick
a lot
at
of
number
guys
3.
in this conference anymore
Yeah.
that have a lot of freaking experience in the conference or that have done anything in this conference, to be honest with you. I
That's
mean,
a bold pick at number 3. I feel it.
Okay. Yeah. You get, I'm with you. Here we go.
He definitely on that island by himself.
Go for it. All right. Next up, Coach I.
Number 3, I got Kalen DeBoer. He's the only person on this list that I think has better winning percentage than Kirby. Now, granted, a lot of that came from Fresno State, but again, that goes to my point that he wins everywhere he is. Now, the question is, can he recruit in the South? If he can recruit in the South, and right now Alabama is coming off the GOAT, so they're kind of recruiting themselves. Right. If he can get that quarterback in, and I think he'll have a lot of success, unfortunately. So
yeah.
I got DeBoer right there.
Got to see what he does with that recruiting and playing a little defense. I got you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mo?
At number 3, I got Lane Kiffin, man. The Lane train has been hot in the portal. Really for the past couple years, man. I mean,
facts.
He's pulling in monstrous talent from everywhere he possibly can, man. And he has a knack for the X's and O's, man. That combination alone is going to win you a lot of games.
I got my boy from Alabama new coach,
DeBoer.
DeBoer.
Yep.
Okay. Now we are going to number 2. Number 2, Sippin Sooner.
I got old Brian Kelly's old dancing ass at number 2. You can't. At the end of the day, man, dude was winning at Notre Dame. He's gonna win. He's a good coach, man. We seen it at Cincinnati even back then in the day.
Right.
We might well do 2 and 1. I don't think one gonna be no secret. Just the time.
Right.
We might well.
Yeah, go ahead and throw him in there. Well, I mean, there's only one left.
Go ahead and give me Kirby, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
hold on, you ain't gonna give it to us now. Hold on now.
Me personally, I ain't that impressed with Kirby.
You deserve that. We took that. Now we took that spot.
Yeah, Kirby's all right, man. He's all right. But Brian Kelly at 2, Kirby at 1, man, and it is what it is. We know BV will be sitting up in there about number 3, here in like 25. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I got the same. I got Kelly and Kirby coming in 2 and 1. I think Brian Kelly, I mean, he comes in first year, gets a win over Alabama too.
All right.
So, plays for SEC championship game. Look, hey, he's never had the kind of recruits that he can have without really having to work that hard at LSU. Now can he put the X's and O's together? We'll see what they do with that defense this year. He would definitely drop down the list if they don't get better this season. To me, for sure.
I could definitely see that. My top 2 are the same, Kelly, and then of course Kirby. Kelly never had a quarterback at Notre Dame, but always won 10 games. You know what I'm saying? And,
right.
To Shawty's point earlier, when Jaden was at Arizona State, he was just a guy. But when he came to LSU, he won the Heisman.
He was the guy.
Yeah, and then LSU made it to the SEC championship in his first year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I'm with Jason though. He's gonna have to improve on that this coming year. I don't care if he doesn't have Jaden Daniels. He got to figure it out. If he's the coach that we all think he is, then he should be able to figure it out.
That's right.
Yeah. Man, I
know you don't have Kelly because you had him at number 5.
Yeah, I got Kalen. Yeah, I got Kalen DeBoer sitting at number 2. Okay. And then I got Kirby Smart sitting at number 1. I mean, I put Kalen DeBoer at number 2 because everybody's echoing it. He's won everywhere he's gone. And then he has a plug and play program, man. All he has to do is not mess it up. He doesn't have to recruit. He doesn't have to actually exert himself recruiting right now. He needs to focus more so on building his team around him because the brand of Alabama is going to recruit itself. And then you still have Nick Saban still walking around the building as whatever he wants to be in not even a GA, but an analyst, I guess now, or a mentor, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think Kalen DeBoer. Yeah, I think Kalen DeBoer is going to be all right at Alabama, bro. But if he doesn't win,
It won't be
enough
long.
games, and
It won't be long.
it sounds good right now, but let you get to lose in 2-3 games, you're out.
Right.
Facts. Yeah. Okay. Shawty, who's your number two?
So
you know who your
like
number
everybody,
one?
like everybody else, I'm gonna go 2-1, like everybody, same people. Kelly and Kirby Smart. I think Jason hit it on the head. We haven't agreed much tonight, but he hit it on the head. So I totally agree with you, bro. Like Stephen A. Smith say, the list is fluid, man. The list is fluid.